they had a game that really didn't mean much for them on the weekend against the North Melbourne Football Club, but they rolled out, and after a huge week, obviously, with the Isaac Rankin news, maybe a few little worrying signs. Yes, they got the win, but the midfield battle on the weekend was probably disastrous for them as well. They were beaten up around the midfield there. You can see points from clearance, -34, contested possession and clearance as well. Tristan Sherry was fantastic against Riley O'Brien. Bucks, is this a worry for Matthew Nicks, or would he just be rapt to have the week done and the 4 points in the bank?
Yeah, I'll take...
And no injuries as well.
B. I'll take B.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's just rapt to have it done and to get that game out of the way. You know, home and away, brilliant season for them. Understandably, sort of eyes off the ball a little bit with Rankin.
It would have been an emotional week.
The last two opponents, West Coast and North. And North have done that at their best. And I think you get a spike out of teams that are playing their last game because they know the final siren is it, and they're not going to get to play footy for 6 months. So you get a special effort from teams that are playing their last game. Adelaide have been able to handle it. They've just been able to bank the wins. They get a bit of a chance to lick their wounds and have a really good 2-week process into the qualifying final.
Well, the fallout of the Isaac Rankin suspension continues. John Ralph has the latest, and the Adelaide superstar, Ralphie, has headed overseas.
Hello, guys. Yeah, so Adelaide knows the optics of him fleeing overseas for a training camp are ordinary, but they've done so for 2 reasons. They know that anywhere he trains within Australia in the next week or 2, he will be followed by that same media glare he's desperate to try and avoid. He wants a circuit breaker, and they're also keen to avoid his circus and what would be with him training with the football club as they try and lock in on a massive clash next Friday against Collingwood. He's linked up with the connection of fitness boss Darren Burgess, who has those EPL links, and so this is a club that has 3 live sides. They're very keen not to have to take a member of their staff across to train with him. So this qualifying final is a powder keg waiting to explode. We revealed last Tuesday night that Dan Houston warned Rankin he'd go off on a stretcher, having knocked him out the previous showdown. Now, the Collingwood camp then made clear it was not Rankin's first homophobic slur across a couple of years. My understanding is there will be a major boost of security at Adelaide Oval. Now, Adelaide Oval is refusing to comment on its security provisions tonight. The AFL says it will take all precautions necessary. The Collingwood player who was involved in that Rankin slur, who was not Houston, was targeted by a member of the public in the ground at the MCG on Friday night. So this game has the potential to go absolutely feral, with thousands of Collingwood fans going across for that game, and the authorities are well aware of it.
Boys, this has descended into a little bit of chaos, really, off the back of this. And Friday night to hear that something else has followed up again after the incident.
That was in front of us. We were in the second level Betty Cuthbert's end, and I could see there was a lot of commotion where there was a lot of upset fans in that particular bay, just outside the President's function. Security were involved, the police got involved, and then, I mean, I don't know what happened after that, but there was some really concerned members of the...
Should the AFL be worried about this? Because things have bubbled over at Adelaide Oval before. They're a very passionate fan base, Collingwood and Adelaide. There's going to be 50,000 in the house on a Thursday night, Bucks.
I think that wouldn't be the only spot fire at the MCG. It's not the only spot fire when you have 2 teams that are at each other's throats and want to win the game of footy.
I think it's the nature of what was said.
I think the supporter base are going to be on edge. Like, if you haven't got it already, like, the people in Adelaide are going to want tickets to go to see this game. This is theatre at its best. I think that it's 2 sides that absolutely want to win and get that opportunity to get into a prelim. And with the history of it, you can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. You've got to embrace it. You've got to understand that that's coming. One thing I will say about Isaac Rankin, about the look of him going overseas, Adelaide didn't send a press release out. It wasn't as if they were trying to advertise it. He was trying to sneak out, and he's more than entitled to try and handle this period as well as he possibly can, given the penalty that he's been handed down, to prepare himself for an unlikely opportunity. But I don't think there's anything wrong with
Did they miss an opportunity for him to address the issue in the media in the week off? Like, so Matty Nicks was on 360 before saying he'll be back next week on a Thursday night because he wants to be there to support the boys and the team. I just think
they mightn't have felt up to it, though. Yeah, the club may have offered that to him.
Yeah.
We'll find out more Thursday night.
I just think this week would have been the right week.
Well, we'll find out more on Thursday night when he is back in Australia. And Ralphie, there's some rumblings at Carlton